I'm Courtney Day, and today I am here with Fred Medell of Tamiya America. Fred, looks like we've got a new product announcement for today.
Yes, we do. And this product is called the Dune Beetle Cross. It is brand new, and we are here today to tell you all about it.
There's a long history that Tamiya has with doing RC kits.
Yes, actually this year we celebrated 50 years of producing radio control kits. The very first RC kit that Tamiya produced was of the Porsche 934, which coincidentally, we released an anniversary version of that kit earlier this year with a brand new bespoke chassis. And so everything that Tamiya has learned in those 50 years is incorporated into this brand new product.
You said 50 years of radio control kits. Do people confuse that with 50 years of being in business?
Yes, they do. So Tamiya has been in business since 1946, and it started off as a wood making company. They made wooden ship models, and later in the 60s developed plastic model kits, and in the 70s made its first RC kit. So Tamiya's been around since the 40s.
That is amazing. And the look of this is phenomenal. You guys got that realism and the scale down, and it's a beautiful machine. Can you tell me a little bit more about the kit itself?
You can build this kit one of two ways. You can build it with the standard trailing arm front suspension, or you can build it with the independent front suspension, which gives it a track width of 15 millimeters wider than the stock setup. So that comes included in the kit. So that's what makes it unique compared to previous releases.
So Fred, what makes this so realistic?
Well, number one, this is a fully licensed product from Volkswagen, so it looks like a Volkswagen Beetle. And number two, you've got a full roll cage, you have window netting, 2 driver figures, a fire extinguisher, for safety, a Stinger exhaust pipe, and you got more engine details, and you have shocks that are colored in yellow that replicate the shocks that were used during the era, like the Bilsteins that people may recall.
Yeah.
And of course the suspension, you have the front trailing arm suspension, and you'll also have the rear trailing arm suspension, and cool other thing that includes is a rubber boot for the drive shafts in the back. So all scale, realistic.
Now, Fred, for radio control enthusiasts, the journey of the build is half the fun.
Right. So
I know that you can do different things with the liveries, even the exhaust as well. Tell us a little bit about the options that customers have.
Well, so the designers wanted to give customers a blank canvas. With that in mind, they came up with 2 new female driver figures. Internally, we've named these 2 figures Paige and Sabrina Sanchez. On the sticker sheet, their names appear with their nickname, which is Petrol Paige and Smokestack Sabrina. So you can paint the driver figures any way you want. You could add extra details. A lot of people right now are getting into the 3D printing. So if you have access to a 3D printer, or friends who have access to it, you can go nuts with the detail of the interior. We give you the basics. We give you the window netting. We give you brand new helmets, brand new driver figures, the extinguisher. So yeah, we're giving you the blank canvas, and the journey is the build. We make kits. We make assembly kits. We want people to sit there with their loved one or on their own, whatever, and just enjoy the build. There's a lot of cool features about the build that we'll get into. The body is made out of polycarbonate. The designers made it so that you have a blank canvas to make it your own, paint it how you like, and just use Tamiya polycarbonate paint, and you're good to go.
And I also heard one thing that sets this apart from a previous generation was the exhaust and your ability to paint it, kind of customize it as well.
Yep. So it comes with the exhaust, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to wonder, oh my God, I'm going to flip this thing over and it's going to break off. Well, no. This thing is made out of nylon. So it's a very tough plastic material. Those of you who know what nylon does, it's very, very rigid, and it's very strong. So you can paint it, but you'd have to primer it. For example, what I would do if I was customizing this on my own is I would add the bluing effect.
Yes.
So a lot of our scale modelers out there will do that with motorcycle kits, and car kits. And so all you'd have to do is primer it with a nylon primer, and then airbrush the bluing effect on there. So
that is
with
awesome.
Silvers and reds and oranges and stuff like that.
So another touch of realism.
Yes.
You can go as detail oriented as you want. You can make it as real, like you were talking about liveries, or just have fun. You know, it's the journey, like we said. It's fun with the family. It's about the build, and then you get to go and enjoy it.
Enjoy it, yeah. And running it is half the fun.
Yes, it is. Fred, Tamiya has an attention to detail above and beyond anybody out there. And it looks like you guys have had a lot of success with buggies in the past. Is there a buggy that the Dune Beetle Cross has taken some of its heritage from?
In a way. So, you know, this product's coming out later this year, so everybody knows. And it does borrow from a product that we released just 2 years ago, or 3 years ago roughly. And that product was the Tamiya BBX. So it does borrow inspiration from that. The goal of that kit was to also bring customers something super realistic of a classic two-wheel drive dune buggy from the late 80s, early 90s. So yeah, that product was super successful, and this is basically the follow-up.
Okay. Now, I can see a couple of parts that have similarities to it. Can you walk us through what is on this model that was lended over from the previous model?
So that's a very good question. So this is mostly brand new, but it does carry over some parts from the BBX. Primarily the rear trailing arm suspension, the rear gearbox, the universals, wheels and tires, of course, are the same. The biggest difference there is that the wheels on the Dune Beetle Cross are white, whereas on the BBX, they're silver, chrome silver. And some of the light buckets, and steering rack. That's about it. The chassis, the roll cage, the front trailing arm suspension are all brand new. The shocks, like we covered earlier, are brand new. It's a brand new CVA adaptive damper, which includes a brand new bladder to keep the shocks very consistent. So yeah, that's about the only thing that's carried over.
All right, you mentioned the light buckets. Tell me a little bit more about these 8 light buckets I see here on the car.
Okay, well, like you mentioned, it does include 8 light buckets. You can light them up. You would have to buy, sold separately, the LED light units that go into them and the LED control unit that is needed to power it. And all of that will fit into this really cool radio control compartment that's sealed, which is probably something I should mention. All the radio gear is sandwiched between these 2 clamshells, so it protects it from dust and debris. So there's plenty of room in there to put in your speed control, your receiver, and the separately sold LED light unit to be able to power all the LED light bucket units that you come in the kit.
So you really, truly can customize any which way you want and make this your own.
Oh yeah, you can go hog wild on this thing. There's one detail I actually forgot to tell you about.
What is that?
Well, this thing, because of the chassis that I showed you, is all brand new tooling. It includes mud guards to help protect against debris and splashes into the main chassis. So you have that up in the front and you have that in the rear, which replicates what you would see in real Volkswagen dune buggies.
Yes, it does.
Yep.
So if a customer buys this, what do they need to complete the kit?
Well, so the kit gives you everything you need to build the chassis. It includes full ball bearings. So you're gonna need a few things to complete it. Your choice of radio control system. So you need a 2-channel radio. So pick your favorite brand, whatever you want to use. It requires, you can use either a standard servo or a short servo. So you have the option to do that. You're going to need an electronic speed control, and you're going to need a 540 motor. Tamiya was very careful in designing a battery compartment to accommodate all of the latest chemistries available in battery packs. So you can put a standard NiCad pack in there, you can put a 2S LiPo battery pack in there. The form factor accommodates stick packs, square packs, you can put a shorty if you want in there. So anything that's basically 7.2 volt to 7.4 volt, and you're golden. In my testing so far, you could put, let's say, a 8200 milliamp battery pack, and you can run this thing with a 10-turn motor for 30 minutes of pure racing joy.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, so when can people get their hands on one of these?
So this is going into production late summer. It is expected to be released as a holiday item late November, early December. So we want to get this product in the hands of customers by Christmas. So we really can't wait to see what people do with this thing. We can't wait to see what kind of cool liveries they do. We can't wait to see what kind of cool electronics they throw at it, what kind of batteries they're going to throw at it, and basically what their imagination is going to create.
You guys heard it here first. The Tamiya Dune Beetle Cross is going to be available towards the end of the year for the holidays. We cannot wait to get it in reviewers' hands a little bit early so they can give their feedback. Make sure you guys follow along and keep an eye on the shelves of your local hobby shop so you can get your hands on one of these bad boys.